Hello guys, got another video for today, and today I'm going to do sort of like a most underrated weapons in 2025. Now I have done a sort of video like this in the past on the channel quite a few years ago now. This is sort of like an updated version, sort of new, more additions, and hopefully give you some fun weapons to use I sort of consider underrated in Battlefield 5, you know, that you don't really see people use a lot, and they're actually very good sort of weapons. I've got a few to mention, so we're going to go straight into it. I'm not going to waste your time. I will leave like timestamps in the description for like maybe into like assault class, SMG, or individual weapons. I'm not sure. I'll decide, but there'll be timestamps below. And I think we're just going to go straight into it. And I think I'm going to start with the assault class, and we're going to go to the M1907. Now, M1907 is a very good weapon, and you really don't see a lot of players use it in Battlefield 5. It's very good. It's a very good weapon. It's a very good sort of like 1v1, 1v2 sort of weapon. You know, you've only got 20 rounds, so you've really got to sort of maximize your kills. It's very good if you want to, if you're sort of good aimer, stuff like that. It's very good. Put a little 1x on it. Use this sort of spec tree, quick aim, recoil buffer, get that less vertical recoil, sorry. Then you've got custom stock, light and stock, you know, pair very well. I'll mention in this video, and I mentioned in the past, essentially you can just move, you can shoot and move on while ADS, you know, it's very good in close quarters gunfights. It's a very close quarters sort of weapon. M1907, it's very good. Right, so I think the next weapon is probably going to be, I was thinking, where is it? I think the Breda. I think the Breda is very good. I think people kind of use the Breda, and because it's a burst fire weapon, they think, oh, it's a bit, you know, it's not very good. But if you change the fire mode to like tap fire, it's actually really good. It's really good, very sort of fun weapon to use. You can put like a 3x on it, or a 1x, or more close quarters stuff, and then just tap fire. I think it's X button on PC. I'm not sure what it is on console. You would have to have a look, but it's quite fun. It's quite fun. This is what I sort of recommend. Quick aim, light stock, light bolts. You decrease the time between shots within a single burst, sorry, but not between bursts, if that makes sense. And then custom stock, so you can, you know, you've got that light stock, custom stock, like I mentioned a lot, and just abuse that sort of thing. It's a really fun weapon and tap fire. Right, so I'm going to we'll go to the SMG class now. It's one of my personal favourite weapons, and I still think, as I mentioned in the previous version of this, like most underrated, the EMP. I think it's a great little weapon. This one, very accurate. It's got light stock, custom stock. You can get sort of bit more sort of mid range. With this SMG, because it's just more accurate sort of thing. Especially like in Battlefield 5, where a lot of maps are quite sort of mid-range. I mean, not necessarily that you want to be shooting with an SMG at mid-range, but you know, you can do it. It is a possibility. But yeah, it's a very good weapon, this one. I'd use quick aim, custom stock, line stock, like I mentioned, and then recoil buffer. You can go sort of right, and then left, and go hip fire, and just hip fire everything. It's really good. It's really good hip fire. But with this setup, the hip fire is still pretty good anyway, to be fair, like at a baseline level. But if you want to go hip fire, that's a really fun build to use, honestly. Yeah, EMP, give it a go. I think for the next one, probably going to mention the Type 100. It's got a good fire rate, you know, 720, which is similar to the ZK, I think, or exactly the same. So, you know, this game can be about sort of fire rate in sort of close quarters gunfights and stuff. If you've got the fire rate there, you're going to win a lot of gunfights, usually. And, yeah, you've got the fire rate, the reload's pretty good. It's got no recoil, honestly. It's an absolute beamer. Like, you can, like it's sort of similar to the EMP, where you can sort of take more gunfights at sort of longer ranges, just because you can just beam people. It does have a bipod on it. I mean, not that you're really going to use that, but you know, it's quite an interesting weapon on that sort of perspective. Yeah, and this sort of spec tree, I recommend you use quick aim, custom stock, light and stock again, you know, and then recoil buff, and not that you really need it, but if you're sort of in the move and close quarters, you know, it would be better than the barrel bedding sort of perk. Right, I think I'm going to mention one more in the SMG class. I'm going to mention the ZK383. Now, it's not what you think. It's not what you think. Before you go into the comments, it's actually the slow fire variant of the ZK. You go light stock, custom stock, get the extended mags. You actually get 40 rounds, than the 30 rounds. Slightly slower rate of fire, and then you can either go probably reload or 10%, probably go 10 faster bullet speed, I reckon. And this weapon basically, I think, has the least like horizontal recoil in the SMG class. It basically has like the Type 100 has no recoil, but this weapon has even less recoil. It's really good on, say, like Marita maps like that with a bit of mid range. It's kind of good sort of in close range. You got to sort of take gunfights, you know, be a bit more smart how you take gunfights and stuff like that. If you get a good position, you can get a lot of kills with this weapon just because of its accuracy, you know. It's really fun. It's really fun. I would say 100% underrated. People don't use it a lot. People use the you know, we all know the ZK383 is a very good weapon with a fast fire rate, light bolt, but you know, give the slow fire variant a go every now and again. It's kind of good. Let me know how you get on. Now I think we're going to go to the LMG class, and we're going to use, again, this is actually one of my personal favourites, and I do think it's actually very underrated. It's the K7. I think it's, you know, it's the starter weapon in the support class. It's actually really good. It's a really good weapon. It's a bit of a beamer as well. You could probably tell, actually, just thinking in this video, I tend to have a sort of preference to, you know, low recoil weapons. You know, Battlefield 5 is a game where horizontal recoil can be really, like, can be too much. It sort of affects gunfights too much, so sort of, especially with a random recoil, stuff like that. I tend to sort of prefer very accurate weapons, and you know, this is one of them. You know, it's a very good weapon, the K7. And I tend to run the slow fire variant, like for a reason I just mentioned. You know, sort of quick fire. I don't necessarily think you need quick aim, because you're already sort of aimed in, ready for that gunfight. Quite similar to how you play like the FG42 or the Bar or the M1907 that I mentioned earlier, sort of 1v1, 1v2, just taking gunfights like that. And you know, custom stock, light and stock, these two like I mentioned before, and then the ported barrel to get that less horizontal recoil, and it's just an absolute beamer. Really good weapon. Very good, and I would say recommend giving it a go. And I think for the last weapon I'm going to mention is another underrated. It's probably going to be the Lewis gun. I love the Lewis gun. I think it's great. You know, you put a 3x on there, or like you put like a, you know, you could put a 1x. It's quite nice for a 1x, or you can put a AA sight. The AA sights on all the LMGs are quite nice, aren't they? They're all quite nice. But I think my personal favourite is probably the 3x. You know, it's a great fun weapon. I would say the Lewis gun. Spec tree. Well, I mean, I tend to use just 2 perks on a Lewis gun. That's just for my play style. But you know, you can go, say, right again, and then probably go left. So let me just do it for you, like so, and then go like that. Or you can get the, say for example, you get the extended mag where you get 97 rounds. That's fun. That's very fun. It's got a big sort of magazine on there. That's a good weapon. You just hold mouse 1 and just aim at people. Do you know what I mean? That's really fun. But yeah, Lewis gun, I highly recommend. and give it a go. Oh, I think that's all I'm going to mention. I think that's all I'm going to mention. I think that's all I'm going to mention for today. Those are my sort of most underrated weapons in Battlefield 5 in 2025. Give them a go. Let me know what you think. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Hopefully I've sort of given you some weapons to have a bit of fun with. Something other than like the Sturmgewehr ZK and the sort of meta weapons. There's a lot of fun weapons in Battlefield 5. Sort of suggest now that the game's sort of older in its life cycles. Have fun with other weapons and give them a go, give them a crack. Let me know what you think. Thank you for watching. Hope you've enjoyed it. Subscribe if you haven't already. Sort of still trying to keep consistency with the videos on Battlefield 5. Looking towards the next Battlefield, hopefully. Yeah, thanks for watching. I appreciate you stopping by, and I'll see you boys in the next one.